Alright, so tomorrow, Ruby's back at work with the Suzuki, and we've been driving it for 2 or 3 days now without a thermostat. Not a big deal. Except for now it's popping a code because it's not warming up, which locks you out of cruise control. And I'm going to send Ruby to work tomorrow. I'd like her to have cruise control because, I mean, she drives a lot. So, I'm going to try to fix that. We're going to pop a new thermostat in there and see if we can get her heated up and see if we're good. And if not, we'll pop that thermostat right back out and that'll be that. But for now, let's see where we can go. I've got a replacement thermostat right here. So all we really need is a 10 and some gloves. So let's get to it. Got the cap off. The bottom radiator hose pops in right here. And how we, 6 o'clock. That's the end of the workday. So, anyway, there's only 3 bolts. 2 are easy to see. 1 is tucked back up under behind the hose, but we're not gonna mess with that. We're just gonna struggle with it, and we're gonna get that off. And then we're gonna pop in this new thermostat we picked up from O'Reilly's. Do I see a part number on here? 42180. With seal. Good. Because the seal's in there. But hey, it's always nice to replace the seal. So, let me stick you guys here. And then I will get to struggling. Get up a little bit. Is he kind of pointed in the right direction? Yeah. Alright. So from up here as well. Squishing our finger in the process. No biggie. No biggie. Alright, let's see. Get that bolt on there, that wrench on there, and push! Nope. Still not twisting off there. Okay. Yeah, this is always tough. There we go. Got it. Okay. Dropping our wrench through. We're gonna lose some water, but we're not gonna lose anything more than some water and coolant. And then by the winter, I will need to put more coolant in here. But to be completely honest, that is not a very big worry for me today, because it's nice and warm for now. Alright, I think that one's loose. Definitely get that one loose. Alright, we already got water pouring out. Most of what's in here is water, so I'm not too worried about losing what we got. There is some coolant mixed in, but I've added so much water. We'll probably just end up adding some water. Alright, bolt number 1 is out. Bolt number 2 is almost out. Oh, my dog. Hey, Cherry. What's going on? Don't lick the coolant water. Alright, she's walking away. Alright, we spilt most of our water. Cool. So now we're going to have a big old air bubble in the system, but the trick to getting it out is to just not cap the radiator. Alright, get our socket back in here. I guess I'm going to twist for a while. I did this the other day after the wedding with some family around, and that went alright. Alright, let me get a handheld thing. Okay, just curious, is that the right? Alright, yeah. Oh, no, there we go. This just gives us a little bit better of a grip on it. There we go. And that's finally backed out enough. So this is what I was using here. It's kind of hard to use, get off with gloves and wet and slippery, but for just using your hands to back that out, that worked actually pretty well. Hold this in place, twisty twist. Oh, I dropped something. Dropped the bolt number 2. And our bottom third bolt is kind of stuck. So I want to go ahead and get our second bolt up and out of the way. I guess we're going to put this back in here. Try to keep backing out this third and final one. And getting to the point I can definitely feel the seal from the old thermostat. Alright, that bolt is like stuck. Dang. Of course it wants to give me a hard time. There we go. All figure out. And yeah, I'm gonna grab the camera. I'm gonna poke it with my nose. And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing down here. But there we go. We're gonna put our thermostat right in that hole right there. If I pick at the seal here, it should be kind of, yeah. See, the seal's in pretty good condition. And I got the old thermostat in the back of the Corolla, or the Integra. So we'll take a look at that in here just a minute. Pop you back right here. Get the new thermostat open. It's got a nice seal already there. See the little gold tip? That's like an air bleeder valve. Lets air bubbles pass through. So we're gonna pop that in here. We're gonna make sure that that little guy sits at the top. And once we think we got that little guy in there, the way we like it. I'm gonna pop up on the vehicle a little bit. I'm gonna try to get this third bolt started back in, and that'll hold it for us. And then I need to go check on my beautiful child, because she is playing Mario Kart. Howdy. Uncle Noah and our child has joined us. Hi, Maple. Got the old thermostat out. Got the old gasket out. The camera's not pointed even kind of in the right direction, but my hands are so gross.
You want me to touch it?
Sure, if you don't mind. Thanks, Uncle Noah.
Big with that.
Thanks, buddy.
Welcome.
I'm gonna sit back on the porch. I can talk to the rest of the
Oh. Hey, Maple, come back. Yeah. Alright. 2 of these are started as I expect. So I'll go ahead and sink them down. And then we'll come back and get that third, bottom one, because it's kind of difficult. And I might try with an extension on here. Okay. These are just getting snug, nothing more than snug, not even tight. Just enough to know that they're relatively even amounts of pressure, enough to hold the gasket in place. Right, now for the last one. Alright, actually, I think I got it started. So I'm actually gonna borrow extension off our ratchet here. Pull that, snap that, snap that. Too long. Let me go swap it out. Alright, that one's quite a bit shorter. Alright, we're on there and we're tightening her up. Alright, I'll come back, check the tightness on the top too. I'm pretty happy with that. Now that bottom one still isn't sunk. So, let's get back down here. Get back on her. Keep twisting. just struggle with it for a minute. Not a huge deal, because it's making progress. Just slow. Changing the thermostat on this thing has been pretty easy so far, so. Hi, Cherry. Welcome back, little girl. Love the dog. Okay. Okay. Those are all totally hand tight. Okay. So that's about as good as we're gonna get those. So, I need to go get keys. Okay, so grab our OBD2 reader here. We got, I don't see any error codes. We're gonna read the codes though. Cool, P0128, coolant thermostat. Coolant temperature below thermostat regulating temperature. And code number 2 is the exact same one. So there's 2 codes of the same type, and I'm not going to clear them. Instead, I'm going to let it resolve itself. Because this is a situation where it can, we're going to let it. I'm a big fan of letting the computers work themselves out when they need to. So we're going to crack open a little bit of hose water. Top her off. And we did spill quite a bit, so this might take a second. But I'll be honest, this hasn't been much more than a 20-minute job so far. So keep on filling. It's gurgling. Alright. We're gonna start her up. Let her warm herself up. And this coolant should get sucked through. And eventually, an air bubble will, well, it'll just start gurgling. And then the thermostat will have opened. The air bubbles will circulate themselves out. And we'll continue to add water until the system's full. So now, we wait. Alright, so, let's see where our child is. Maple, come here. Yeah, she's okay. She's just constipated. But check engine light's gone, coolant is up, and it's not overheating in the driveway. So it's time to take her for a drive. And she's either fixed, or I'm pulling the thermostat again. So, let's get, hello. Let's get it figured out. Yeah? Alright. Temperature's gotta warm back up. There's a train coming. We're gonna get caught by it, and that's okay. So let's go do that. Alright, she's starting to warm up a little bit now. And for fun, we're just gonna pop through this parking lot here just to add a little bit of, make sure we catch the train. That looks like a short train though. Bye, train. We'll just keep on going. I'm going to keep a close eye on that. Yeah, because by now it should be starting to pop open and heat up in my last couple of drives. So, yeah. Still doing good so far. So I'm actually really happy because by now it totally would have overheated. This is about as far as I was getting previously, so. Give her a little gas. Definitely putting load on her. No movement. I'm happy. There we go. Basically drove around town, no movement on that needle, which is great. That's actually what we want. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to crank the heat up. And I'm going to see what happens then. Nothing. Good, good, good. Baking my foot though. Gotta run the heat on full blast though until we can get home. I'm even gonna try to cause it to overheat a little by putting it on recirc just to see. That way's closed, so the only way I gotta worry about is the other way. I don't know what they're doing over there. That's cool though. Burning my feet, so I gotta turn that off. the dog's still waiting for us. Cool. Now just get the blinker on the passenger side working. The headlight reinstalled. I think we're good for the day. Alright. Headlights, most of a blinker, and a grill. A really, really janky grill. But most of the people who are going to need to know that she's using her blinker will be from behind, and it works. So, and it's not blinking fast anymore either. So we got the resistance in the circuit evened out. So I'm happy. Gonna get her ready for work. And I'm done for now. I've also found the leak with where the AC condenser is leaking. It's on one of the hoses, so I'll replace the high pressure hose. And the AC should work in this thing again too. It's taken a long time. And I know she's ugly, but she hit a deer. And she's still running at 116,000 miles. And working the best with what I got. So, thanks for watching.